Hi. Hello there. I hope everybody is well. My name is Elanja, and I am coming to you from the law offices of Janis A.Carney. We specialize in estate planning and elder law. We have some more specializations, but that's kind of the main sum of it all. I'm coming to you today in honor of National Healthcare Decision Day. So what better day to talk about making decisions regarding your healthcare and your wishes via the Advanced Healthcare Directive. So clearly I'm actually not coming from the office today. I'm coming from home because due to the shelter in place, we are all working at home. So hopefully my kids don't come out and make an appearance. If they do, I apologize. And also there's some tree work going on outside. So hopefully the chainsaw doesn't go on. All right. Well, let's get started. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you. Uh-oh. Let's see here. Let's see. Bear with me, please. Ow, I'm in the corner now. Nobody puts baby in the corner. All right. There I am. Hi, me. All right, let's get to it. So, National Healthcare Decision-Making Day. Ultimately, this is really about you deciding. So I think the little crossroads where it says you decide is a very real thing. I think there is power in making decisions for yourself while you still can. So let's kind of talk about some of those questions that would come up. So because it's National Healthcare Decision Making Day, this is really going to be around the Advanced Healthcare Directive and not so much about the other documents, which are to protect, like, your assets and other things, long-term care planning, all the other stuff that we do. So we're really not going to get into that stuff today, but yeah, so let's get into the questions. So what if something happens to you? What if? Have you thought about what you want? Have you written down what you want? Does anybody know your wishes? Does anybody have legal authorization to speak on your behalf? The point is that you need to speak while you can speak before you do lose capacity, while you do still have control. And there is a lot to be said for that. So let's see, hopefully this works. Ooh, yay. All right, let's talk about decisions. So sometimes the hardest thing and the right thing are the same. Any of us who have walked this earth for a while know that to be true. So many things we don't want to do that we need to do, or should. I don't know, I don't like the word should, but kind of should be doing. We know in our hearts what we should be doing. All right, so decision is the ultimate power. Human life is purely a matter of deciding what's important to you. And every success, gotta move my little face here. In every success story, you will find someone who has made a courageous decision. The most difficult thing is the decision to act. The rest is merely tenacity. All right, decision making. What comes into it? Decision making: alternatives, uncertainty, high risk consequences, interpersonal issues, complexity. I mean, that right there pretty much describes planning and estate planning in a nutshell. All right, let's get moving here. Next. Oh, hello, attorneys. All right. So as I said, my name is Elanja Barbic, and I am the Executive Director at the Law Offices of Janis A.Carney. And I just wanted you to kind of put a little face to our attorneys here. So we're not going to go super into detail. I'm just going to introduce you to them. They cannot talk back, so. All right, we have Janis, and she is our founder. We have Laura, and we have Rose, who are associate attorneys. They are all very lovely humans, so we are lucky to have them in our corners. On the right-hand side is kind of some credentials, some things that we're involved in. It's definitely not everything, but there's a few. I'm not going to go into detail on what those are today. So as I said, we specialize in estate planning, elder law. We have a healthcare attorney. Laura is a healthcare attorney. And we have a combined amount of experience of 45 plus years. We are certified dementia care practitioners. Many of us in the office are. I want to say about 4 of the 10 of us. And board member, National Alliance of Attorney for Alzheimer's Planning. Janis is a certified elder law attorney, and that kind of goes on. But I'm really not here to toot our own horn. I am here to give you guys some information, and hopefully get your minds thinking about, what could you do and what actions could you take. All right, and of course the disclosure. The following is an educational presentation and does not constitute legal advice. Most concepts presented herein contain exceptions and caveats. Please seek advice of an experienced elder law attorney regarding your circumstances. You can call us. Also, I'm going to put another disclosure in there. As my personal disclosure, I am human. Yeah, I know. So I'm gonna make some mistakes. I'm gonna stumble on my words. I'm just gonna mess up. I'm just gonna put that out there right now. This is not gonna be a perfect presentation in any way, shape, or form, but I will do the best that I can. So you have received that disclosure, and we will now move on. Okay. We are in a time where we need to arm ourselves with at very least the most basic protection. Advanced healthcare directives, power of attorney, living will, ... is because there are many more documents that somebody can need. All right, April 16th is National Healthcare Decision Day. So happy National Healthcare Decision Day. Though National Healthcare Decision-Making Day began in 2008, it carries more weight this year than ever. With COVID-19 causing havoc on lives and illness and death in our faces, it is hard not to think about the fate of our lives and what decisions we should be making or thinking about. We see videos of those infected all over the internet. We try to gather any information we can to determine the reality of the threat. When I personally watch some of those videos, of course, the first thing is compassion. I mean, that's always going to be the first thing that I'm thinking. But second, based on the line of work that I'm in, I naturally think, oh my gosh, do they have a family? And then my next thought is, do they have a written plan to protect themselves or their family so that people don't have to make tough decisions for them and cause extra strain or stress in an already hard time? I am aware that these are not normal first thoughts. When you work in a field like we do, the topic of illness, death, and deciding one's wishes is a day-to-day reality. Beginning these conversations isn't always easy. One should start with questions such as, what matters to you most? Because when you can really pinpoint what matters to you most, you can start making decisions on what you want that care to look like, who you want to advocate for you, and what are the important things in life. Do you want to be at home? Do you want to be in a hospital? Do you want to be fed through a feeding tube? Like, what are core values? Do you want music playing like in your last moment? Like, what are your core values? And this is very personal to the individual of what they want, what their wishes are. All right, power and decision making. You may be wondering where I'm going with all this. The point is, if we do not have our legal documents in order, we are leaving ourselves and our loved ones vulnerable. There are many circumstances that can come up and many strategies to protect any of us and our families from having to trek down a harder road than necessary. We see it all the time. We see people coming in to do the after-death administration, and maybe there weren't documents in place, and we're going through probates or conservatorships, maybe. They're called guardianships in other states, to gain control of maybe a parent or a loved one who has lost capacity. So the goal would be not to have to go down that road. Legal documents, when done right, can minimize the burden on you and your family members or loved ones. Though none of us want to think about making decisions or plans for if tragedy strikes us or inevitably death, it is imperative that we make the calls while we have capacity. Not one of us knows what tomorrow will bring. Really, none of us know what the next 5 minutes will bring. If COVID-19 has taught us anything, it's that nothing is to be taken for granted. If you have the ability to plan and give the gift of peace of mind for yourself or your loved ones, do it. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. Your future family and future self or not future family. Sorry. Your family and future self will thank you. I mean, I live in this beautiful forest. I have very large redwoods around me, and at any point in time, a tree can come crashing down. Now, I'm not willing that, not in any way, shape, or form. I'm just saying this is a reality. I'd like to think I love the trees and the trees love me back, and so they're not going to crush me, but we all think something's not going to happen to us, and things do happen. And day-to-day life shows us that every day. And so, I mean, there are people that are dealing with that have lost family members from COVID. And I mean, tragedy strikes. Really, nobody is safe. So we really do need to be thankful, or we do need to be thankful, but we also need to be thinking about those things and kind of taking our head out of the sand. Think about the ostrich that has its head in the sand. I mean, how many times do we want to do that? Nope. No, thank you. Don't want to talk about this. But we need to pull our heads out of the sand and think about these real issues. All right. Being prepared starts with good legal documents. If we were getting into the thick of it, which we are not, we'd be discussing many strategies and types of documents, because all individuals and families have different needs. I mean, you can look around, everybody has different dynamics, different beliefs, different family sizes, different assets, blended families, non-blended families, family feuds. Oh, nobody's family fights. Possible illnesses to think of, maybe businesses are owned, multiple homes, minor children, mom needing support, dad needing support, etc. You kind of get the point, right? So for the sake of today, we'll go over only the most basic legal documents that we should all have in place. And actually, we're going to really just go over the Advanced Healthcare Directive, but I do just have a small list of kind of the nitty-gritty. All right, so if you want to take this downtime to really plan further, kind of like organizing your home, which so many people are doing right now with the shelter in place, organize your affairs. And we've got your back. This is what we do. So, if you need us in any way, shape, or form or capacity, we are working. We have made this remote working work. All right, ducks in a row. Basic legal documents. So here we have a durable power of attorney, Advanced Healthcare Directive, the star of the show, a HIPAA waiver, kind of goes with the directive there, pour-over will, basic revocable living trust and subtrust for minor children or young adult children or descendants. We have scheduled trust assets, certification of trust, deed transferring the home into the trust, nomination of guardians for minor children. This is a basic estate planning. So somebody can need only some of these, and somebody can need all of these, and somebody can need everything or a variation or this plus you name it. Again, we're not getting into that, so I'm just going to stop there. All right, moving on over. Woo. All right, tough decisions ahead. All right, Advanced Healthcare Directive. So who's the Advanced Healthcare Directive for? It's for you. It's for the individual. If it's married couple, you're going to have your own directives because you might have different wishes. One person might want to stay on a feeding tube. One person might not. So it's very, very personal. It's a very personal decision. So principal, the individual, you, me, whoever. And then the agent or attorney in fact. So this is the person that's really going to speak on your behalf. This is going to be your advocate, trusted individual designated to make healthcare decisions for the principal. Principal, like we learned, is you, me, whoever that individual is. This could be long-term and short-term. All right, Advanced Healthcare Directive during your lifetime. So, while alive, right? So we have both healthcare and we have personal care on here, and these are all things that you're going to have written in there, and that your agent, advocate agent, is going to be speaking on your behalf. So they will be able to, on the healthcare side, consent to surgery and other medical treatment. They will be able to admit to or discharge you from the hospital or nursing home. They will be able to arrange for a hospice care. They will be able to review medical records, HIPAA waiver, that's where that comes into play. They will be able to say yes or no to pain medications and end of life care. They will give consent to Eastern medicine alternatives if that's something that you really strongly believe and it is written in your documents. That's where it really gets personal and individualized, really. So they will also be able to interact with healthcare insurance company. And then on the personal care side, they will be able to authorize the agent to make personal care decisions, or they will be able to, you know what I mean. There's that human disclosure. All right. They will be able to select in-home caregiving. They will be able to select long-term care facility, direct care by caregivers or facility, and interact with long-term care insurance companies. So that's why it's very important, as you can see, that the person that you choose and even the secondary person or alternative people really have your best interest and are in line with what it is that you want and are going to make that happen. Down we go. All right, advanced healthcare end of life, so living will. This is where that kind of comes into play. So when we're talking about kind of tough topics, me personally, I need a little humor because that's the way I am. And I often tend to have a little bit dark humor, so I apologize if you're watching this and you don't have that same humor. So a little comic here. This is the wife says, "I've hired somebody to kill you." And then the husband says, "When I suggested she do some end of life planning, this is not what I had in mind." All right, we'll move on. Okay, back to the serious. Here we go. All right, living will. So this is where your agent will be able to make these kind of decisions for you. So if you would like artificial nutrition and hydration, breathing machine, you're okay with breathing machine, dialysis, give pain relief if ... happens, many things there. And then wishes regarding quality of life. You want to die at home versus the hospital. Do you want music playing? What are your wishes? Do you want to be read to? I mean, a certain atmosphere, certain plants maybe in the room. This is where it really gets personal. All right, and again, advanced healthcare directive in the after death part. So, this is where the decisions come into play for autopsy or organ donation, disposition of remains, cremation versus burial. Really, there's so many options now. I mean, you can be a tree. You can still live in a tree, and you could be in a globe, in like a glass blown globe or a ring or any type of jewelry, in a pencil. Yeah, you can be in a pencil. You can be shot off into the sky. Yeah. So there are so many options, and that is not for today. So we're gonna move on. And down it goes. Okay, so advanced healthcare directive, this is the templates or the tailored. So it would be kind of like something that you fill out yourself, which is on the left-hand side, the template forms, hospital forms, California Medical Association, California Probate Code, religious focused forms, UCSF prepared for your care forms. So that's a site that kind of has some forms on there that you can fill out yourself, and 5 wishes. You're welcome to look any of that up on your own time. We're not going to get into that today. Tailored by an attorney, that's kind of what we were talking about, how it's very specific, really, really, really captures what you want in your document and takes the guesswork out for your family members or your agent. So this is tailored by the attorney, goes beyond basic medical decisions, organ donations, and antibiotics. This includes personal care, and it includes a separate HIPAA waiver. Something I heard, I think maybe yesterday or in the last couple of days, was that these conversations are really hard to have, but about like what your wishes are, but the conversation is really a gift of love, so that they don't have to guess. Whoever it is doesn't have to guess. It also takes it out of you. You already made that decision, and you can move on, and not have that be something that you worry about in any way, shape, or form. So just kind of remember that if it's a parent that you're talking to regarding having these things in place, or it's yourself, or your husband, wife, whoever, maybe it's your 18-year-old kid that needs this in place. Whoever it is, just remember that the conversation is a gift of love and takes the guesswork out. All right. I just thought that was a good little saying, so thought I would share that. Okay, so decision making. So decision making is kind of who who is this person that is going to speak on your behalf? And it can be a family member, a friend, or a professional. You would like to have a primary and an alternative. So today with COVID-19, it's a perfect example. You could have somebody that was very healthy that all of a sudden is ill. And what if you didn't have a backup? So it's really something to think about. You really don't want to take this lightly. Some people do need to have a professional be that person that is that agent. Not everybody has family or friends that they can count on, and that's just the reality of the situation. So things that you want to think about in picking somebody is, are they available? Are they? Are they decisive? Are they assertive? Are they close to you? Are they a peacekeeper, and are they over 18? I mean, this is this person that's going to speak on your behalf. So you really want to make sure they're aligned with what you want. You want to make sure that they have cell phone service or internet access, or, you know, they do not have emotional indecision. They're able to make decisions. Maybe they don't have addiction problems that would cause them to not act to the best of their ability on your behalf. These are all things that we have to think about. Yep. So, and then co-agents. So you really don't want to put two people as an agent unless they get along. That should, I know that probably should sound like a given, but it's not always. I mean, you don't want siblings that can't be in the same room. How are they going to have the best interest of you with as little conflict as possible? It's just not a reality. So that's really something to think about, that they need to be collaborating. And making it legal in California. So making it legal in California means that your documents must be dated, signed, notarized, or witnessed by two persons, updated every 3 to 5 years. And if a document will be used outside of California, they need to meet those state requirements. All right. In honor of National Healthcare Decision Day, if you call the office on 4/16 and schedule an appointment that day, you will receive a free 15-minute pre-consultation with Janis A.Carney herself to see if our services are a good fit for you. So she's a lovely person to talk to. So, I mean, it's free, right? So free 15-minute pre-consultation. This will determine, if we can assist you or help you if you have more issues than just the healthcare directive, or more things that you're thinking about. Also, are we a good fit? We need to be a good fit for each other. So you need to like us, we need to like you. Because, you know, we're creating these documents for you and your wishes, and there needs to be that trust factor. So we want to make sure and give you the opportunity to decide for yourself if you want to move forward with us or not. If it is decided to move forward after the free 15-minute pre-initial consultation, we are offering half off of a full virtual consultation. So our consultations are an hour and a half, and we are doing them virtually right now. So we charge $450 for the consultation. So it will be $225 if you decide to move forward. And sometimes we roll that in. If you pay, we roll that into your package that you buy so that it's essentially free. All right. And next, if you do decide to hire us because you like us and you trust us, then we will roll up our sleeves and get started. So we immediately will assign an attorney and a case manager and get to work. All right. So if you are interested, please call us at 408-402-6440. You may also contact us on our website. There's a contact us form. Visit us at jaclawoffices.com. Once again, jaclawoffices.com. You can fill out the form and you will hear back from us. If you fill that form out contacting us regarding needing some of these documents, and it's in today as well, we will still honor the same thing as if you were to make a phone call to our office. Okay. All right. Now, what to expect from us. So you can expect a team of attorneys and support staff who are knowledgeable about critical documents, benefits planning, asset protection, community resources. I'm going to add Alzheimer's planning, long-term care planning. We will have individualized planning, very individualized, quality documents, genuine care, and peace of mind. That's what we provide. All right, so today we discussed a small slice of what we do. You can call us to learn more. It's free to call us. We also have special offers for essential workers out there making things happen. We appreciate you. So that's everybody. That is from the postal delivery people to grocery store workers to food delivery to obviously the healthcare workers, right? So that is anybody who is considered essential. You are on the front line, and it is more important now that you have these documents in place than really ever. So I think that everybody can really feel that and see that that is an important thing. All right, so this is kind of what we do, and I'm really not going to go in. I'm just letting you know, like, there are people out there that need more help than what we're talking about today, and are thinking a little further about what kind of protection that they want in place. So this is kind of a full circle of what we do. So essential documents, that's just the basic like not basic because we also have a basic estate plan, but that's going to be like what you need right now today, especially with COVID. And then we have a basic estate plan. We have complex family estate that we get into blended family, special needs, all that kind of stuff, wealth preservation and legacy creation, inner family solutions. We want to help all the family members. So we'll give discounts like for say a parent comes in and then their kid is going to be newly 18. We want to get those documents in order too, so that the parent is able to make decisions for that 18-year-old child because they have no rights once the child is 18. Long-term care and asset protection, Alzheimer's and elder care, probate trust and estate administration. So we will help with probate trust or do probate trust and estate administration when somebody passes, and hopefully they have all their documents in order so you don't have to do probate or anything like that. We also do conservatorships, which are guardianships in other states. So think of us. That's all this is. Think of us. Okay. I know these are uneasy times for most. I hope that you can find even the smallest bit of joy and gratitude in small moments. Be kind to each other. This isn't the time to be meanie heads, okay? Be kind. Be kind. We do morning Zoom calls with our team at 10 a.m. and every single morning we discuss gratitude from the past 24 hours, and it can be so simple. Sometimes it's that sip of coffee, sometimes it's time with your loved ones, sometimes it's cooking a good meal. So whatever joy that you can find in these days, I think it's really important. And I know it's hard times for a lot of people, and people are mourning and losing people, and so it's really not to be taken lightly. But at the same time, what can we do to keep our mental health like in a good space, really? Yeah, so let's talk to good old Snoopy here, Charlie Brown. All right, Charlie Brown. Someday we will all die, Snoopy. True, but on all the other days we will not. I'm going to repeat this. Someday we will all die, Snoopy. True, but on all the other days we will not. Okay, we will not. We are not right now, right? If you're watching this, I'm assuming that you are alive. So we're going to leave that. So stay safe. Remember, give us a call, 408-402-6440. Once again, we are the law offices of Janis A.Carney, and we wish you a happy National Healthcare Decision Day. All right, everybody, have a beautiful, beautiful rest of your day. Let's see if I can do this.